Hey guys, this is Zero Pain here. Due to the high demand of people wanting to know, this is going to be a little tutorial showing us how to port a map from Minecraft. I've already provided some links in there, so the two things we're going to need. This is more of a bonus for other maps you might do. It contains some textures that work a bit better than the textures that are included in the SourceCraft. However, let's go ahead and extract this. It'll give you this folder. Now, I'm assuming you guys already know how to play Minecraft and everything, and you don't have an issue with finding maps, making your own map, yada yada yada. Anyway, so, oh, you'll also need Java to be installed. I'll include a link to Java, I guess, but you should already know about that since you're playing Minecraft. I've already pre-chosen. So I had accidentally went full screen with F11, which kind of made it to where you couldn't see everything. Anyway, so I'm going to redo this part. SourceCraft works by taking a position, coordinates from Minecraft, determined by, if you press F3, you can kind of see your current coordinates. It takes the X, Y, and Z to determine what piece, what chunk of the Minecraft map it's going to pull out. So I don't quite remember what I used when I made it originally, but I'm just going to show you what I was doing to determine what that was going to do. So the main area I'm concerned about is this whole treehouse. So I want to find out the dimensions around the treehouse. That's done by going to one edge. So we'll say right about here, this is an edge. We are at 65x and 304z. Now, right now I'm going to determine how long is it in the x direction. So we're at 66 right now. And we are going to 18, we'll say 17-ish. So from 17 to 66, we need at least 50. It needs to be at least 50 in the X direction for us to be able to catch this inside the map. And for the Z direction, let's see, it's about, we'll say about here, so. We are from 312 to about 287. So that's about, what, 30-ish or so? So we need to make sure that we at least have X in 50 and Z in 30 dimensions. So this is important for SourceCraft, because SourceCraft will need those dimensions to determine what we're going to do. Now I'm going to go back to the previous video I made, and you'll kind of see how I worked it out. Almost forgot, we also want to determine how tall this is. So at floor level, we're at about 65. So we can go a little bit lower. We can probably go down to 62 or 63 or something like that, just so we get these blocks right here. And we need to go see how high the map is. The map goes to about 108. So we might get it up to like 110 or 112 or something like that. Now, we also need to find a center point. And so, because the center point is going to determine how far out. Because from the center point, it branches out. So, in this map, the center point is roughly about the center of the tree. So, as long as we get our X and Z coordinates from this point, we should be good. So we have our X and our X and Z that we want to use. So let me go ahead and open this up. Now it's asking for my Minecraft path, which is already predetermined, and my Steam path, so we are good to go. Alright, so first we have to choose the map that we're going to use. This is just whatever name you want to type in. We're going to say test video. And we're going to use, this is the one I was using. I'll provide a link to it if you want to do it along with me. Our X position is 40. Our Z position is 302. Now sometimes you might have a negative Z position, so make sure you type in it whether it's negative or positive. This one's positive, so. Now our Y height, I think we had it at 64 if I recall correctly. So we're going to go ahead and just put 62. And we are at 105 right now. Well, I think 110 was the highest or so. We're just gonna put 113. Now this is kind of how far out this way and how far out this way. If I recall, it was a in the X direction. It was about. Let's see. Well, this is the Z direction, so it's maybe kind of 30, and this way was about. I think that was 50. Yeah, we can say 50 there. So 50. Oops. We'll leave the 5. Actually, I forgot. We're gonna leave that 80/80 because this thing, even if you put some dimensions or whatever, it's gonna switch it up on you because it does it to just a default thing. I don't know the source code behind this, so it does its own thing. So don't worry about that. We're gonna do it for Garry's mod because that's what we're using here. Now the style, we're gonna leave it at default Gmod, and texture pack, this is included with SourceCraft. We're just gonna leave it at that as well, and convert. Now this is gonna create a VMF file, which is what you open in Hammer. We're just gonna save this. It doesn't really matter where you save it, so I'm gonna go back, and just for easiness, we're gonna save it there. Okay, so you should be able to see it. Where did it go? Where did I save it? I don't know where I saved it. There we go. Okay. So this is the map that I just saved. It's about 6 megs large because that was a lot of blocks here, as you can tell. So what we need to do now, since the map has already been pulled out of Minecraft and ready for Garry's mod, we're going to open up Hammer. I'm assuming you already have your Hammer set up properly, so we're just going to assume that you do. So we're going to find that. There it is, and there is the one that we just opened. There we go. All right, so let's see what happened. Well, looks like we got. Oh, let me zoom in some. So, and we're gonna. All right, so, oops, I did not mean to apply that. All right, so it seems like the map transferred over properly. It's not too large. You'll notice that since it was an 80 by 80 block, we kind of got all the texture around it, which should be fine. It doesn't look like it's too large to where it could cause a problem. Now you'll notice that it doesn't look exactly like it looks in game. Obviously, we're missing a door here. These are things that you're gonna have to add in manually later. Some textures might have messed up. I think this was a window or something. We can fix that though. If you notice, these were in the game. These are wrong door. Hold on. These are supposed to be double chests, but obviously we need to retexture that. There's a different texture that you'll use for that. Now these player clips and stuff, you're going to see a lot of these player clips anytime there's a stair. Obviously they're using stair blocks here. And so it makes a player clip so that when the player actually walks on it, it's just like Minecraft, you just walk straight up. That's a feature of SourceCraft. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's bothersome, so you might want to like just delete those and everything, but we'll handle that later. You'll also notice that there's some white stuff here where water should be. This is where we're going to have to redo the water stuff. You can either retexture it, however I've found that sometimes if you just simply retexture it, it doesn't work out properly. I'm a thorough believer of not recreating the wheel and just using blocks from other maps. I'll show you that in a little bit. Anyway, so let's go ahead and compile this and see how it looks in Garry's mod if we didn't touch it at all. So, oh, by the way, in order to compile the map, well, it should be, if you set up Garry's mod properly, I'll do another setup with this. You want to do fast with this Minecraft stuff. This is just to load, this command right here is to load Garry's mod in a window. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And see if you saw it said it was missing a water animation texture, so, but that's fine, don't worry about that. And it should load me up Garry's mod. Oh, did I hold on, I set it to not load again. Oops, make sure that's unticked. So while that's loading, I know that the water is going to mess up. I'm hoping it compiled, which means that if I didn't get an error message, that means there's we didn't meet the block limit, because there is a block limit or a brush limit in Hammer. That if the map's too large, it'll say, "Oh, can't compile," and it just won't even. It'll have an error. I'll show you what that error looks like on another thing. But this is gonna work. Guess I'll let it load. Oops. Oh, it looks like there must be a leak in the map. See, this is why you test this beforehand. Oh, I'm dumb. Well, obviously you need to add a player start. Yeah, I mean, if there's no spawn point, how are we going to spawn? We go ahead and start that up again. This is the first time I'm doing this map, so hopefully there shouldn't be any more errors other than the ones I've already specified. Let's look at the map, what it's supposed to look like. For now, I'm going to turn on the water didn't go through. If you notice, right here on the right side of my screen, you can see that it's just like a little skybox texture. It's because it was too low, and since we only told it to map from this block up, anything below it was just empty. So that's why you can only see the skybox texture from there. But yeah, all these little glass panes, if you notice, that's why it's black in Garry's mod. Okay, so it finally finished loading. This is what you get if you don't do anything to it. You just straight port it out. I mean, it looks pretty decent. Obviously the water is having an issue, and that you can't even walk in the water, but we're gonna fix that here in a second. There's no doors, there's no lights. So, but I mean, you have all the blocks here. So it makes a pretty decent port. It does not add any ladders, of course. You'll have to add that yourself. But yeah, okay. So we know that the map, most of the map came out pretty well. So we only have to do some tweaks to the glass and the water. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that. So let's go ahead and quit and go back to Garry's mod. So we know for sure that we want to fix the glass first. Now this should be a pretty easy fix. It's just simply fixing the texture. So now when you SourceCraft, it should automatically put the Minecraft textures into your Garry's mod folder. I have a bunch of other ones that I've kind of borrowed from other maps, but it should have already put the texture packs in here for you to load the game. So with that being the case, you can always browse through here. We're gonna type in Minecraft, and we should see some textures. Now the ones we're looking for right now, since this is a glass pane that we want to retexture, we need that glass. So we can type in Minecraft glass, and here it is. We're going to apply it to that. Oh, no. Apply, and there you have it. I mean, apply to both sides, of course. And apply. Now you'll notice that sometimes your texture might come out wrong. The way this texture pack was built, was for a 40 by 40 block environment. So like everything that you see here is gonna be, let me see the dimension. It's 40. No, the regular 40 would obviously be the size of a full glass block, 40 by 40, but this is just a little pane, so it's supposed to look like this. So with that being the case, the texture scale should be this, and the texture shift should be this. Unless you start getting tricky stuff and you need to shift textures over, this should be everything. This should be the default scale. Sometimes this will work, the fit. Rare is the case that it does, so I'll just try to stick to that. Anyway, so we fixed that one. Let's go ahead and fix the other one. We can just, since we already have it preset to everything, this little button will allow it to just place the texture to all sides, so now we don't have to go and select the other side of it. So, and I think this was also a glass pane. Alrighty, so we got that fixed. So that's most of the glass panels. So now the next thing we want to get fixed is, let's go ahead and make a door. So if you look at Minecraft, the door is right here in front. Now these are obviously some panels. This is a kind of another trick you're going to have to use. In another video I'll explain how to do that. We're just going to make the simple door frame. It looks like it's about the same thickness as, we're going to say it's the same thickness as a window panel. So, because it's about, it looks like it's the same thickness. So what we're going to do, we can, if you want to, well, we're just going to do it this way. Where are we? We are right here. So this is my side view. Alright, so the door is right here. This is my side view and this is my upper view. So this is where the door is. And this is right in between. So if you kind of imagine that we're looking at it like this, right here, and we're looking at it like this, right here. So what we're gonna do, we need to create a block. If you want, I mean, I find it really easy just to cut and paste blocks. Just copy and paste it and then change the size of it. That's what I do a lot of the time. So you might want to do that as well. Since we want to make this really skinny, I have it snapped to grid, so it's not gonna be really easy. So we're gonna make the grid a little smaller. That looks like it should be good. And then we have a 5 by, oh, need to raise it up. There we go. So it's a 40 by 80, so that's 2 blocks high. Now we need to retexture this. So we're going to find us a Minecraft door texture. This should be good. We're gonna apply it. Now obviously it's a little off. So with this we kind of have to move it a little bit. Let's see if it's, nope, it's a little bit more. And see how it lined up pretty well. 128, I guess I got lucky there. Oh yeah, well I guess the textures are 128 by 128 usually, so since I shifted it all the way up, I was able to just do that. Now this is a little flipped. If you look at it, I mean, the doors usually are the other direction. I don't know if it really matters. I guess it just depends how you place it in Minecraft. I don't like it though, so I'm going to flip it. Oops. How do I? Nope. You know what? I don't even know how to flip a texture. Why am I even trying to do this? Whatever, you guys can figure that out later. I obviously do not know how to flip the texture. So we're gonna forget about that. Anyway, unless that's better. Yeah, so there we go, we have the door. Obviously this is not an animated door, there's no way gonna open on this. That'll be a different tutorial that we'll make. There's plenty of tutorials on how to make doors, so you can just look up one of those guys. Either way, we have the way it looks, and that's what we're aiming for. So the next thing we'll deal with is water. Now, this water obviously is not proper, and you're gonna see a lot of things that's broken up into blocks like this. I honestly don't like it that way. It's a waste of brushes, especially when you run into bigger maps where you have to optimize it a lot more and you have to shrink the brushes and everything. It's just really aggravating. Now, give me 1 second. I gotta check something. Okay, I had to check and see how to make a water block again. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create a new brush using the block tool. An easy way to find out where you are on the map is to select it. Seems like we are right here. Going from there to there. All right, so we're gonna create a block from that brush. So we got that selected. Where to go? From there, and where are we over here? There we go, and there we go. All right, so we have this huge entity selected. We are going to, first of all, texture this as a no draw, and create. We're going to press enter, create, and oh, I gotta lift this up apparently. Oops. There we go. So if you notice, a lot of these textures are going to kind of go or. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring it down just a smidgen, So I like to do the personal preference. In Minecraft and stuff, you can also tell that the water isn't exactly level with the actual surface, so that's a lot better. So we're gonna bring out just a smidgen. And with water, you only want to paint the top surface. Every other surface needs to be no draw. So we're gonna bring out, this is the single surface painting tool. And we're gonna select a water thing. Now the water texture I like to use is the one from the eEnerGy pack. Make sure you get the water that's not moving. You want just the regular water. The other water that comes from Minecraft Original or Minecraft Textures, I don't know, the one that comes from SourceCraft, it doesn't look that cool. The eEnerGy Minecraft one is actually a texture one, so it moves just like it moves in Minecraft. How you can see that it moves a little bit. So that's why I like that one a lot more. So we're gonna click there and we're going to apply it. Now, that should be good. All right, now apart from that, one last thing we gotta do is we have to create this a water entity. So we're gonna select it with the selection tool, and we're gonna press Control T. Now, I had copied this earlier from another thing I made, but we wanna make it a Func water analog, so you can always just type that in, search for it, and then make all the entities like this. This will determine the speed and move distance that you go in there, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Just these things, that's good. And you can leave it like that. And that will give us proper looking water in Minecraft. So what we want to do is just go ahead and copy this over to everywhere else. So you can just delete the other brushes that are there, copy, paste, and of course resize it to your liking. go ahead and run. One big thing to make your map Minecrafty. We are going to want to change the skybox. So in map properties, we're going to type in Minecraft. Now, no, that's just the name actually. We want this to be Minecraft under Skybox texture name. The texture pack that SourceCraft comes with, actually it doesn't come with a skybox. So I've in the download, I'll include a skybox that you can use that works pretty well. And there's two different ones, but it's just the basic Minecraft skybox. And the way that works is that it uses the first name of the texture. Like, let me show you here. The way skyboxes work is that there's 6 textures to a skybox, and each texture has to end in a certain letter, like back, down, front, left, right, up. And so when you see all these things, it means it's a skybox thing. So you just need to type in this part into there. This one's a different skybox. I'm using, when I typed in Minecraft, I'm going to be using this skybox. So I just typed in that part of the texture. Everything else just predetermines where it'll be placed on the whole walls and everything. So I'm going to click apply. We're going to close it, and since we already have where's my spawn? Did I delete my spawn? I don't know what happened to my spawn. We'll go ahead and place another one. So there's our spawn point, and we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and load this, see how it looks. Okay, so now that we've compiled the map, we can kind of look and see what's going on. So glass panels are fixed. This is the Minecraft skybox that we set. It's pretty seamless. Looks pretty nice. Oops. If you walk out of the map, of course, it does that. Let's see what else is there. Oh, the water that we set. There's the water. And the water looks nice. Now, that should not be happening. Oh, I didn't make the water. Okay, so this is what happens when you don't make the water deep enough. I didn't make it deep enough, and so I'm not in the water right now. So I should probably fix that. Anyway, so make sure that you make the water deep enough. Like this over here. There we go. Now, I guess I should have moved it a little bit further, because when two surfaces are on the same plane, you get this glitch thing. That's also why I moved it down a little bit, so you wouldn't see that. I obviously forgot about that inside. So make sure that the two textures are not on the same plane, on the same line. Because if you look here, the reason why that's happening is because these two things finish right on the same line. And that is a big no-no. When that happens, textures collide and it gets that ugly mesh. Even though I could have sworn I only applied it at the top surface, but you know, whatever, it's fine. And the lava, last thing, where is that lava? Here's the lava. Now, I forgot these textures don't emit light really. So what you have to do is put a little light bulb on top of it. I'll show you how to do that. Now, since we did set it as water, this does happen. There's probably better ways to do this. I'm no hammer expert, so I just aim for simplicity. But, hey, it doesn't even hurt me. Okay, we obviously messed up twice in a row. So, remember what I was talking about, how since there's no surface, you'll see right through it. Well, in another video, I'll more thoroughly explain how to do that thing. Anyway, we have an animated texture, and we have an animated texture, which looks a lot better than just a little static boring water. So, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It shows you how to make port your own little map over. I ported AdventureCraft, thank you, or not AdventureCraft, Adventure Time. Thank you, Mr. Van, whoever made this map, for doing this for me. I'll make another video including breakables, torches, and all the Minecrafty things, I guess you could say. Anyway, thanks for watching. 0 Play now. Thanks. Bye.